Hello everybody, it's Kate Spencer here, and I'm here with the energy forecast for November 2021. Now, what do I mean by energy forecast? I like to do my own kind of closing off at the end of the month and look at the lessons that I've learned, and also tune in, meditate, and sit and think about insights and guidance for the month ahead. I'm an energy worker and also good at reading cards, and the founder of Life and Soul Academy. If you want to know about that, you can go to my website. There'll be links around this video. But yeah, as an energy worker, I'm interested in what the cosmic influences are, what the collective energy is on Earth, and stuff that's coming up for us as humans, as well as me individually. So I'm going to share those insights with you, hoping that maybe they'll assist you to navigate through the energy of this month. And as always, only ever take what you need and what resonates with you. I might not always be looking at the camera because I've got notes dotted around. I've sat for a while making notes about this video and what I wanted to say so that I don't forget anything. So I'll jump in straight away with themes and insights that have come to me for November 2021. So the first one that came to me was about doors closing and doors opening. And as humans, we don't like that feeling of doors closing. We tend to hang on to stuff too long. And the energy that's coming in now in November is about us being able to release that stuff, knowing that new opportunities will come our way when we do. So what is that referring to in your life? Is it about your work? Is it about relationships? Maybe you're going to move house. Perhaps it's about habits or things that you're doing that you maybe know are sabotaging you at a core level that you know you need to stop doing so that you can bring new energy in. So there's always an uncomfortable feeling when you're a human about the end of something. It's a bit like the death card in the tarot deck. It's often perceived as a bad card, but actually it's a really good card because it's about things coming to an end, the end of a cycle, something closing off, the end of a chapter, so that you can begin again, so that you can start again, start over, start fresh. So don't be frightened if in your life a friendship's starting to drift, a work situation starting to change, something's happening that represents a door closing, because that's a really good thing, because the new door is about to open. So what I'm saying is don't resist it. That's definitely what came up for me. The second theme that came up for me is energy is going to be really, really intense. We've got a new moon on the 4th, which is in Scorpio, and this brings with it a really, really intense energy. Now, when there's an intense energy around, you can get emotionally triggered. So look out for that, and look out for those moments where you feel like you've really overreacted to something, that you've given it more energy or more reaction than really you should have. And when you do get triggered, and I've got some videos about triggers that I'll put in the comments if you have a look, or the discussion box, whatever it's called. So when you do get triggered, it's a really, really good opportunity actually, because it means that you can look underneath what has triggered you. So it's never about the dirty coffee cup on the countertop, for example. That could be a trigger, and that could be something that you could lose your temper about and have a bit of a rant about with a partner or a teenager or whomever. But actually what I'm suggesting is get really underneath that. It's not about the coffee cup. It might be about feeling disrespected. It might be about them being a bit entitled. It might be about them not pulling their weight in the house. It could be lots of different things, but looking underneath what's triggered you, finding out what the core wound or issue is, and then bringing that into your consciousness and into a conscious discussion or doing some work around it is the way to manage that. And that can be really healing and useful and helpful, rather than just going around your life being triggered and feeling rubbish, because it's not a nice feeling. So look out for more triggers this month, because it's a really intense time energetically. And guess what? You know it's intense. There will be people around you who are not aware that it's a really intense energetic time, but they will probably be feeling the effects of it. So again, an opportunity to be kind, but also to look at where you're being triggered and try and get underneath that and look for the wound. That brings me to shadow work. So the Scorpio new moon is really, really intense. It's really emotional. And this is about being really, really honest with yourself. It's honest introspection. And our ego doesn't like that, because we don't like to have a look at where we are messing up, what we could be doing better, where we are sabotaging ourselves. But the energy this month really lends itself to some good, honest introspection and a deep dive into your shadow, into the aspects of yourself that perhaps you're not proud of, that you don't like, where the self-sabotage lives, the old patterns of trauma, triggers again. What is it that is holding you back? And by naming and claiming that and actually bringing it into the light of consciousness and doing some work on it, you can make massive, massive progress. If you don't do that, you're always going to be carrying that pattern around, and you're always going to be carrying around the energy of it as well in your vibration. So you're going to stay stuck and attract more of the same in. So don't shy away from doing that shadow work. I've already touched on the new moon in Scorpio. It's a fixed water sign, so it's about digging your heels in, committing to something and seeing it through. So are you thinking about starting a new project? Have you got some new ideas on the go? It's a really good time to start them on the new moon. New moon is all about setting your intention, seeding in those intentions and asking the universe for what you want. So it's a great time to start something, especially with this energy. But the other thing to be aware of is, because it's a fixed sign, it can make you quite stubborn. It can make you quite sort of tunneled in one direction. And sometimes that can rob you of the flexibility that you need to look around and listen to other people, accept different ideas, look at different possibilities and look at different ways to do things, which in fact could end up shortcutting the process for you or helping you. So yes, be committed and be driven. Set your goals and intentions, but as the month unfolds, allow yourself to be a bit more flexible and be open to possibility. And after all, be open to possibility is lesson 1 in my book, 12 Lessons. So if you've read that, then you should know about that lesson, being open to possibility and opening your energy to start a different trajectory in your life and help you manifest what you want. So we'll stay with the moon. The full moon is on the 19th. And this is when you can release stuff, release the stuff that's come up and release anything that is historical as well that you are ready to release. And I've mentioned a few times on social media about a burn list, and sometimes people don't know what I mean. So I'm going to just be really clear about it. A burn list is exactly that. It's a list of everything that you want to get rid of, a list of everything that you're ready to release. And again, the shadow work, bringing this up in your consciousness, is going to help you. So throughout the month, you could keep a list of, or refer back to your journal of anything that's come up that you need to release, and write it on that burn list. And when you've finished, I always like to do a catch-all sort of statement at the bottom, and anything else that does not serve me, so that I've covered all bases. Then fold it up, hold it over your heart, and ask the universe to assist you in transmuting this energy and releasing it. And then you take it outside and safely burn it. And with that intention, you're letting go of as much of the energy that is in that list as possible as well. So the day to do that, you can do it any time, but the most potent day is the 19th of November. So that is the energy forecast for November, but I've missed one important date out. And if you know about portals and significant numbers, you might be thinking, is she going to mention 1111? So the 11th of the 11th is a really special date for manifesting. It's often called an awakening portal, an ascension portal. The energy, because of the combination of the numbers 11 and 11, it's a really potent energy. 11 is a master number, and it's often associated with the magician card in a tarot deck. And if you know tarot, in the traditional Rider-Waite deck, is pointing up to the heavens and down to the earth. And it's about being able to draw in that cosmic energy into your material human existence. So this is a really, really special date. And it's a date when spiritual work is very, very potent. And it's a date when you'd be massively beneficial to you if you were super aware of what it was you wanted, and you did your best to align your thoughts with that and get into the feeling place as if it's happening. The easiest way to do it is meditation. If you don't like to meditate, then call it daydreaming. But the easiest way to get into it is to meditate, and that turns down your critical mind and your ego, and it gets you into the energy of being nice and calm and relaxed, and allows your thoughts to flow. Imagine what it's going to feel like when your dreams come true. And when I say imagine, you know, that's in quotations, because actually you aren't imagining, you're manifesting. It's by generating those feelings within you. That's the magnetic part of law of attraction, and then you need to allow it in. So that's a really special day, and I may be doing something special in terms of a group energy session on that day. So watch this space. If I get it planned out in time, I'll be doing something for myself, but I'd probably like to open that up to a group and assist as many people as possible. So watch this space. If by the time halfway through the first week in November I've planned that out, I'll put the link below as well, so you can have a look at that and check it out. So they are the themes and the key moments according to me, and again, always take what you need in November. Doors opening, doors closing, intense energy and emotion, watch out for being triggered, do your shadow work. The new moon on the 4th in Scorpio for manifesting, for starting stuff, but don't be too rigid. And then the full moon on the 19th is going to be your burn list, and in between we've got that 11-11 portal where we can do some really good accelerated spiritual work. So I hope all of that makes sense. I'm going to pull some cards now. I'm going to do 4 cards for the month of November. Let's give them a little shuffle-a-roo-rah and see what comes up for us as a collective. Again, this is general, just take what you need, and let's see what we've got here. So the first card, Wheel of Fortune. I'll have some of that, thank you. So this is all about good, positive, exciting energy coming in for us. You can see there that at the top there's a woman that looks as if she's in a really balanced yoga pose and a heart. It's about being heart-centered, it's about being present. And there's also a nod here to cords. You see all the little ribbons, cutting the cords on the past, doors closing, letting the past go so the good stuff can come in. So that's definitely very pertinent, I would say. Oh, the second card is the Star. This is all about hope. It's about shining bright, and it's about stuff manifesting and coming true. So shine like the star that you are. Don't be apologetic for who you are. It's time for you to shine and take center stage. Sometimes when we do shine, we worry that that is going to illuminate the wounds in other people that they haven't been able to heal yet, but that's their stuff, not your stuff. As long as you don't do it with ego and you're not arrogant, then this is your time to shine. So this is a lovely card. It's all about hope. It's about dreams coming true. It's about blessings. Yeah, I'm really happy with that. I'll have some of that. Thank you. Oh, the next card, the Whirlwind. This is about a shake-up. So this again could be referencing the doors closing and doors opening message. It's about, if you think of a whirlwind, about it sucking everything up with an intense energy and then dropping it down and letting it settle where it's supposed to be. That to me feels again like doors opening and doors closing. It feels like an energy that's going to whip everything up. It's going to move some stuff away, and that's going to drop some stuff in a different place. So it's about a shake up, it's about a change. And like I said at the beginning, let's not be sabotaging with that. Let's not be resistant to that. Hold the intention that everything is happening in your highest and greatest good. That will calm your human self down, and it will also align you with that concept with the universe, so that when this does start to swirl through your life and there is a bit of chaos and upheaval as stuff starts to change, your human self can accept it, and you know that you're attracting in your highest and greatest good, because that's what you're lined up with. Okay, and know that things will settle in the place that they are meant to settle. And the final card for November is this one, the Impasse. So this is interesting. This feels different to the other cards that I've drawn. And this is about making decisions. It's about getting to a point where you don't clearly know the way forwards, and you are encouraged to look all around you and get that complete view. Don't make impulsive, rash decisions. It's about being at a crossroads and having to consider something, but it's also about considering it in an energy that is fully informed, whereby you've had a look around, you've taken your time. It's a snail. Go at a snail's pace. Make sure that you take everything in, you have a good look around. And there's also there's a fear of making progress, that, you know, you might slip off if you do take any action in a particular direction, which means it's time to stop. It's time to pause and actually not take action. And that, as a conscious choice, is actually taking action as well. If you can decide that, no, this is time to pause, it's time to reflect, it's time to look around and get all of the information that I need before I jump in, that is action that you're going to take. But yeah, it's a card that's saying be cautious, don't rush ahead. And I feel like because this has come out at the end, it's about the end of November. It's probably about the last week of November. It's always my intention to, when I draw 4 cards, for it to be like roughly week 1, 2, 3 and 4. So that would be the final week. So just be mindful not to rush ahead, not to make massive changes, not to take loads of action. That's at the beginning of the month with the new moon in Scorpio. That's going to be the 4th. That's about setting your intention, taking all of that action, getting that momentum. But as we come to the end of the month and we've had the full moon on the 19th, and then things start to release and regroup, then it's time to just press pause and get your bearings, regroup and find out where you are. Okay, so I hope that helped. Please leave a comment. Please hit the bell. Please subscribe, all of that jazz. Please share this if you want to, because every single time you interact with this channel, because it's a new platform for me, YouTube gives me a little good karma credit, and it massively helps me, and I appreciate it. I hope to see you on Facebook or at www.kate-spencer.com, and stay well. Have a wonderful month in November, and I'll see you soon. Lots of love. Goodbye.